Hello and welcome to another edition of After the Whistle, Wednesday, June 8th, and I've been getting my days confused and dates messed up. Oh man, it's that time of the year where everything's just...
I mean, yeah, and you know, you're now in the school system, so I'm sure you're definitely spent now, because I know. But grades are due today, so you know, for the next couple of weeks, we're gonna just be hanging out, figuring what to do.
It's due the 14th for us.
Yeah, ours were all due today.
Oh yeah. I had to ask because I was like, is it due Friday or is it due next week? I was like,
I understand the 8th grade needing it because they graduate
next week,
but
yeah.
like, bro, 7th grade, 6th grade, they don't get out till the 22nd. So I'm like, all right,
another full week left and stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna figure it out.
Oh man! On another serious note, fellas, please, you know, I saw that story about that dude Trouble, the rapper.
Man,
I just saw the story.
You gotta be careful, man.
Fellas, man, it ain't worth it. It's never worth it. Cause now, you sitting in a jail cell, she's free, probably with someone else.
Oh, you're talking about on that aspect. I was talking about from Trouble's side of it.
No, I was just talking about
R.I.P.
that.
Trouble.
Yeah, I was talking about from that aspect.
Nah, sometimes you gotta just take your L's, man. Like, and that's the toughest one for men to take, just because women are, what they call them, like the black widows. Women, they look so beautiful, so delicate, but inside could be so evil. Yeah. So, and men, we're kind of like, you see what you get, like, yeah. For most of the time. Yeah. But so fellas, just be smart about things. Also, like, you gotta be careful nowadays with fellas if you go into somebody's house. You know, just be smart about things. Ask the right questions. Make sure the energy and the vibe is right.
Yeah, that too. And that's just...
And you know, protect yourself as well. Like, just...
Protect yourself.
Be honest.
That whole situation, it's just like, that dude had a history of... Yeah, he had a history of violence, like, towards her in particular. But, and then, that was my whole thing. It's like, dude, you're gonna be sitting in a jail cell. She's gonna be out there. The guy's dead, and you're just, Right.
I just never understood getting mad at a man for somebody else's decision.
Right?
She could have told him anything. You don't know what she told him to get him over there. She might have told him that you were non-existent, you died or whatever, or you never existed. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of them things. Like, stop getting mad at the person who has no clue about you.
Right.
Talk to the person who knows everything about you.
Right. Or just move on.
Well, that's what most players do, player.
It's the most logical thing. You just move on. You see, she's moved on, and like you.
Yeah, I never understood that. There's too many people in the world. There's too many ladies in the world to be stressing about one.
Especially this time of the year. The sun's out. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're on to the NBA Finals with Game 3. I figure we're tied 1-1. The series is tied 1-1, and it's one of those things. It's kind of like they literally stole Game 1, which is what any team that goes on the road wants to do, is at least steal one game. Game 2 was competitive for a half, and then the third quarter came. I'm still trying to understand these third quarters. I don't get them. I don't get it. And you said it best. You witnessed it firsthand when you was coaching the girls, so I don't get it.
It's just some people are more relaxed when they come out of the of halftime. Some people are ready to go. And usually when you're up, usually the more relaxed team, just because you're like, all right, we're gonna stay on pace, keep going. The teams that's down, it's like, nah, we gotta rev this thing up. Right. And usually one person catch somebody off guard. But one thing I was saying when we went out the other night to watch Game 1, I was like, this is what I expected the game to be like. And then the fourth quarter, the Celtics just snatched the rug up under them.
Literally stole the game.
So, like, yeah, unfortunately, like, once again, I still think the Celtics are 1 year away. I feel like they need 1 or 2 more pieces, because I don't think they can shoot the way Golden State can shoot, especially when they're knocking everything down like they were in Game 2.
Here's the funny thing. Warriors aren't shooting that well. They haven't from threes, because everybody keeps thinking they're like, this is the 2017... 2017, 2018 year. That was the year that team was just that was just a ridiculous team. Everybody keeps thinking they're gonna keep shooting like that, but this year they're killing everybody more on the twos than they are with the threes. They're not like overwhelming you with the threes like they used to, because before, like a couple years ago, when they had everybody like they hit 4 or 5 threes in a row, yeah, you're sitting there like, yeah, this game's over. Now if they do that, they'll be up like 5-6 instead of like 15 to 17 and stuff. And it's different too, because Steph's the only one that's actually scoring right now. Everybody else is just like, ugh.
Well, the game changed. They were that pivotal point that changed the game. Yeah. So you had to catch up to how Golden State plays.
Yeah.
So now you got all these teams trying to outshoot Golden State and understand that Golden State understands what they're good at. They're a three-point shooting team, but they know like they're not going to outshoot themselves. You know what I mean? My bad. They're not going to shoot themselves out the game. So they're going to take what defense gives them. And you pressure the shooters, they go to the cup. Hit mid-range jumpers. So then it's like pick your poison now. What do you do now? You know what I mean? But like, and it doesn't help that you got somebody like Jordan Poole coming off the bench. Clay might not play well, and usually that was a formula for disaster for them. But now when you got like the Splash Brother number 3 coming off the bench, it's kind of hitting shots right over half court. It's like, come on.
Here's my favorite stat of this game. Well, for the Celtics, here's my stats for the Celtics. No, just in general.
Oh.
When they have 15 or more turnovers, they lose. When they have under 15, they win. Golden State had 30, I want to say 33. I'm going to double check that for you. I think they had 33 points off Celtics turnovers in game number 2. 33 turnovers off 19 Celtics turnover. There's your ball game right there.
Also, too, there's no way that Golden State should have 40 points in the paint to your 24 when they're a primarily three-point shooting team. So the Celtics got to do a better job at putting more pressure on the rim, because they're kind of shooting themselves out of halves at times. The quarters, I would say, because Golden State held them to 14 in the third. And on the flip side of things, they held Golden State to 16, I think, in the third, game 1.
In the fourth.
Oh, my bad, you're right, in the fourth. So it's all about who's gonna get these stops in the second half.
They don't have the stats here with the second chance points, because that has a lot to do with both of these teams. It's weird because the Celtics they're at their best when they're moving that ball around, getting more guys involved. They did that pretty well in the first half, and then I gotta tell you, I don't even know what happened.
If you notice, this game kind of went similar to game 1. They just stole it in the fourth quarter by hitting a crazy amount of threes. You know what I'm saying? So like, let's see what happens tonight, because it seems like Golden State just kind of knows how to, how to get up double digits and sustain that lead. And if you're not shooting amazing, then it's gonna be tough for you to come back.
I think one of my other issues with this game was how they just let Draymond tackle people, and they were calling the fouls on the opposition. It was 2 of them in particular. Grant Williams was literally just standing there, and this dude tackled him, and they called the foul on Grant Williams, and I'm just like. And they had another one. He had like 2 of them where he just tackled a person, and they called the foul on. I'm just like. And then you just wonder, it's like, what is going on here? And he's like trying to pull people's pants down and stuff.
That one, he was trying to get up. Jalen cut that out. He wasn't trying to. He was trying to get up. What he was using your pants. He was using your shorts to get up, but he wasn't trying to pull your pants down.
Man, he was up to some.
Cut that out. You saw the man trying to get up.
He was up to some antics. He was in desperation mode. But 1-1 series. They're back at home tonight. I don't know if I'm gonna make it to halftime. These 9 o'clock starts, man. I don't know.
They don't pay my bills, so whenever I fall asleep,
Man, I ain't making it. It's been a struggle for me to make it a halftime for these last couple games. Woo. But yeah, 1-1 series. Celtics got the home court, so they can take care of home court. They're giving themselves a really good chance at this series. Clay needs to find his shot, because it's literally just been Steph carrying the load for them. So they need to figure something out. And Celtics, they just don't need to turn the ball over. That's pretty much the game. Don't turn the ball over 15 or more times, you're going to win. Once it gets to 15, that's when it's like teetering. Other NBA news, the Lakers got a new coach, Darvin Ham, and we've been talking about this, new former players, but I've been taking the realms as head coach. He's going to be a first-year head coach. Had his press conference Wednesday. Had his press conference on Monday. I'll just talk about some of the changes that he wants to do. You know, Russ was a big topic, but I mean, interesting move for the Lakers. It's always good to get a fresh face, something new. I'm interested to see how he does. I like to see new coaches get a chance and just bring in something new to the team. And he added Rasheed Wallace to the staff.
That's dope. One thing I noticed, a lot of stars in the NBA, they don't make the best coaches. So, like, he was a good role player. He's known for tearing down rims. He was known for dunking all over people. He got one of the greatest dunks in college basketball history. Yeah. And then he came to the league. When he came to the game, you knew he was gonna punch it on somebody's face. So it's just, you know, fresh face. He's a player.
Yeah.
He's not that far removed. He's been in the coaching realm already.
Yeah.
Been assistant with so many teams. So like he's been they know him. It's not like he's like an old vet coming back to the league, building relationships. He already built these relationships. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I like it. I'll be honest. I like it. I think he understands Westbrook, because he was a real physical guy. Yeah. And he could definitely relate to Westbrook. And like I said, I think I agree with him. I think Westbrook got a lot in the tank still. It's just all about finding his placement with the team.
Yeah, he definitely. I mean, he got a couple more years left. They just, you know, it's just that the way some of the other teams were using him and just run him to the ground. But yeah, I'm always happy to see different coaches instead of the old recycled coaches that, you know, we've seen this guy already. All right, come on now, I've seen what he's done before. Just give this guy a new chance. And it's also good, like the staff that he's assembling, because he's assembling it with like former players that could help certain players on that team, especially Rasheed Wallace could help Anthony Davis a whole lot.
And I would agree with recycling some players if they were known for winning.
I meant coaches.
My bad. Yeah. No, I meant coaches. Oh, okay. I think you said coaches. I mistakenly said players. But I mean recycle, because obviously guys deserve to be in the league for a long time. Yeah. But I mean, like, recycling coaches if they're known for winning. Don't just recycle coaches. He's a good guy. Who cares? There's a lot of good guys in the world. Yeah. To be in the league, you kind of have to be a good guy.
Oh, yeah.
So, meaning there's a lot of good guys in the world.
Yeah, definitely. And then back to what you said about the role players that usually turn out to be good head coaches or great head coaches. Most of their time is spent in the coach's room too, because the role players always stick around for a longer period of time just because of, you know, their role, because, you know, they've done everything, and they're around the coaches more later on in their careers when they're not getting those.
Prime example, like a Vince Carter, when he decides to hang it up from ESPN, doing his little what's it, Carter's Place, whatever it's called. He got a little segment on ESPN. But he's had every role in the NBA, from superstar to role player on the end of the bench, still dunking between the legs off the vert. Like, but like he could help these young men understand what it takes just to stay in the league for so long. Because at some point you're gonna have to reinvent yourself.
Yeah, that definitely, because you only have so much time in the league, especially if you're not that, you know. And
they only give you so much time in the league. They're only gonna let you be a superstar for so long if you can't sustain it. Yeah. Once you can't, you show you're slowing down, they're gonna take it from you. And put somebody else in position.
Yeah. Speaking of coaches, I don't know why I just realized this a couple weeks ago. I didn't know Damon Stoudemire was on the Celtics staff.
You didn't know?
I didn't know that until I saw him on the bench.
I thought you said something about being on the staff on the show.
I probably did. I'd be forgetting, but I was like.
And I follow his cousin Salim, so like they took a pick at the game and stuff. That's how I found out. Yeah, I kind of got reminded.
Yeah, I was like, oh snap! When I saw him, I was like, oh snap! That's Stoudemire. He's on the bench.
Another reason why the Celtics had a nice turnaround. You got guys who were legit plays in the league.
Yeah, definitely.
Remember what I said. You got guys that should be on these staffs. Assistant, third assistant, player personnel, guard coach, big man coach. You got so many positions on these organizations that can be fit by ex-players.
I mean, look at Jerry Stackhouse. He's over there. Is he still at Vanderbilt? I don't know if he's still at Vanderbilt coaching over there, but you look at him coaching-wise. He's done a great job as far as like, because he was doing the G League for a while, and I think they won a couple championships.
Even before that, he was the player coach with Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? He was like slowly turned to a coach of Brooklyn. So like, yeah, he went about it the right way.
Yeah, definitely that. Speaking of other coaches, Quinn Snyder, he stepped down from the Utah Jazz a couple of days ago. They're in the coaching search now, and now the biggest topic now is, well, that is just a funny picture. It's a funny picture. Oh.
All the picks, huh?
I just picked that because that was a funny picture. But Quinn Snyder, he's stepping down, and now the whole talk is like, what is the future for Donovan Mitchell in Utah? And and you kind of look at it, it's just like, I think they've reached their ceiling already with him in Utah, because they've had this 3-4 year run where, you know, they've had the best record in the league a couple times. They were slated to go all the way, and they just kept disappointing in the postseason. And it's just like, I think they've reached the most they could do with him or this group of players, because now it's just time to look on.
It seems like the best coaches for Utah were Sloan and Snyder, because at least Sloan got you 2 finals.
Yeah.
Snyder couldn't even get you to a conference finals.
He just got you a lot of wins.
Yeah, a lot of wins. 3 first-round exits in the past 4 years. Yeah. 3 semifinals. You missed the playoffs twice. Yeah, it's time to move on.
And I think, don't quote me on this, but he might have just looked around and just was like, yeah, I think I've done all I could do. And I think he kind of sees a little turmoil, a little drama that's happening over there with some of his players, and he's probably just like, I don't want to deal with this nonsense.
Yeah, hopefully, you know, D Wade and people that, you know, are helping the Jazz figure it out, they find a coach that can finally get them over the hump. Because Jerry Sloan was your best bet, and Jordan was staying in front of him.
Yeah, and then Darren Williams ran him out of town. Well, he just got tired of dealing with him.
Yeah, so it's like, and then Snyder was, you know, legit coach for them, but just could never get him over the hump. And he couldn't even, like, I don't understand how you lose in the first round. I mean, I do understand. I never expected him to win anyways, but I'm just saying, I don't get how you get exited 3 times out the past 4 years when you're predicted to go to the finals 2 out of 2.
Yeah, definitely. And then I think the highlight of his time coaching them is 2 things. Gobert doing the whole nonsense with the microphones when COVID first hit, that kind of...
I thought that was hilarious, I ain't gonna lie.
That kind of like had a ripple effect. and then beating OKC in the first round that one year. I think it was like Mitchell's rookie year. Okay. That was it. Beating that OKC team. Those are like the 2 highest moments for that franchise in the last several years.
And what stinks about Utah is in the West.
It's in the West.
If their team was in the East, I feel like they might have had a championship by now, at least one.
Yeah, maybe one. But look at it. Yeah, look at it. Here, they're in the West. They're in Utah, Salt Lake City. Kind of hard to attract free agents out there or get free agents out there.
Kind of hard. If you didn't get paid $1 million to play there, you wouldn't have any players.
I was listening to a podcast, and the dude said even their play-by-play, one of their radio guys said, if we can't keep Gordon Hayward, a white guy, an American-born white guy in Utah, what makes you think we could keep a guy like Donovan Mitchell here for a long period of time? You can't even keep Gordon Hayward decided to leave.
I just think certain places, they need to expire. They need to have an expiration date on their tenure that the team's allowed to spend in your state. I think it's time to go. It's time to go. They got to move them. For one, I don't understand Utah and Jazz. I never have. What Jazz is being played in Utah?
Well, you know, they used to be in New Orleans.
Yeah, used to be.
I don't know. They can't.
Call them the Utah Moms or something. Like, you know what I mean? That's the only thing going on in Utah.
Yeah, I ain't never been there. I know somebody that lives out there, but I ain't never been there.
Mormons and tumbleweed.
Yeah.
That's what's going on in Utah.
Yeah.
I've never seen tumbleweed before, but I just figured.
It might be, yeah.
It's Utah.
But the Mormons part, yeah, you are.
No, I know that. That's a fact. Yeah. Like, I know some people from Utah that went with the IndyCar with that were Mormon. And they broke it all down to me. And I'm like, for real? For real.
One state I probably will never ever step foot in is that one right there.
You got a layover or something. Are there even layovers in Utah?
I had a layover in Utah.
Really?
I was coming from California. I flew out I flew out of Sacramento, and then I had to lay over in Utah.
What was that like?
I don't know. I just stayed in the airport.
I ain't gonna lie, Cleveland got a dope airport. Like certain places that I known for being like tourist places, their airport is dope. It's very like historical. That's why I asked you what was the airport. I figured it
was big.
I mean,
it was big. Talk about Cleveland has a Chicago O'Hare is the worst airport in America.
I don't know. Philly might be, bro.
Oh,
Philly might be, man. You gotta take a shuttle every time you go to the airport, because Philly, you gotta take a shuttle like automatically, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and you already know if you short in time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, never fly anywhere in Philly.
Yeah. New York too sometimes, depending on part of New York.
Nah, but Chicago O'Hare. Trust me, that place is terrible.
Philly's number 2.
Trash. They might be 1 and 2. You could switch them up. But yeah, man, I hate flying in that airport. Well, let's get back. Let us get back on track to some NFL news. Our man Aaron Donald, this guy, it was funny because he was called to talk about retirement, and not sure how much longer he's gonna play. And then the Rams just gave him an extension, 2-year extension. I think it's up to like $90 million, all guaranteed. I think he's probably one of the highest paid linemen now in the league. Kudos to him because he worth every single penny. He's worth every single penny. He's 31 years old, I believe. He's still got a few more good years left in him. So, hey. I just want to know where the Rams getting all this money, because apparently the salary cap does not matter to them, because they're always just giving all these people big contracts, and it's just like, what salary cap? What about the salary cap? And it seems to never be an issue with them.
Maybe they're hiding money in the ground.
Some Pablo Escobar stuff.
Under the logo. I don't know. I think it's dope Aaron Donald got his own extension. I don't understand why somebody who gets paid to demolish a quarterback will retire early. I don't think you have that much, like, what they call that brain injury, with the CTI, whatever you call that. I don't think you have so much of that concussion issues going on. The people you're hitting might need to retire early. So yeah, my thing is, if you're playing defense, play as long as you can go. Now, offensive players, play as long as you can get hit.
I think, like, the thing about it, he's on the line, so he's always getting double teamed, double and triple teamed and stuff like that. So,
but see, like, since he's getting paid so much, when he gets double, he can be, I give up. He can just give up. Just say, I got double, man. I can't fight a double team. Like he can figure it out. Like.
Well, he getting double team. He helping other people get money. So
boom, there you go. So
But the contract is they're giving him a $40 million raise over the last 3 years of his existing contract, and his new contract is going to be clips like over $30 million a season. So, yeah, money in the bank. That's what happens when you win the Super Bowl.
That's why he was drunk all offseason. Every show I seen him on, he was drunk. Way to be, my man.
Hey, it's a celebration. What Rick James said, it's a celebration.
Yeah. At least he wasn't tossing the trophy from boat to boat.
He should have. He should have. But, congrats to Aaron Donald on that one. On other NFL news, the Patriots began their mandatory minicamp yesterday. And I don't really put this story on here because I just read something yesterday that said Matt Patricia is going to be calling the offensive plays for this season.
I was always taught you don't trust anyone with 2 first names.
I was taught you don't trust anybody that put a pencil in his ear all the damn time, too. Like.
Now, who was he again?
The dude with the beard. He went to Detroit, coached the Lions.
The quote-unquote genius?
Yeah.
That couldn't win Detroit.
Yeah. He allegedly gonna be in.
So is he really a genius?
No, he ain't. He might be smart because
he's smart, but
he studied like astrophysics in college or something like that.
Oh, are you serious? That's something that I was.
Or neurophysics. Something has to do with space.
Because I was thinking about being an astrophysicist.
Yeah, he did something like that, but
Or was it, no, I think it was a regular physicist. I don't know, I'm still thinking about it.
Yeah, it was something. But yeah, so the Patriots offense is going to be in the hands of this guy. And I'm just like, they must seem to not want to win anything, because I don't know how far you could get with him.
But didn't we win with him, though?
He was quote unquote defensive coordinator. But.
So you think at some point they might just switch him?
Probably, because the way Belichick's doing this now, it's like he's like he got an offensive coordinator, then he got somebody else overlooking the offense. It's like.
Now, question: did he already have people already in position with those other positions, and just brought Patricia back just to like put them in a position, just be like, all right, we ain't got no other spots for you, but go right here and we'll figure it out for you.
He brought a couple people back.
Oh, okay. Well, one thing I say about Patriots coaches that come from the coaching tree, most of them need to just stay at the nest.
Yeah.
Because they show they need Belichick, and they go right back.
Yeah.
Like McDaniels. I don't know why they keep even giving him head coaching jobs or opportunities. Just, but it's okay to be a great assistant. I never like.
He coaching the Raiders, right? McDaniels?
Yeah, I think so. I don't even know. But my whole thing is, I don't even know. Now I'm mad. Now my day ruined. But my thing is, since when has been a bad thing to be a great assistant?
Shoot, I'd rather be a great assistant than a mediocre head coach.
Boom.
You gotta get paid if you're good. Shoot, you don't gotta do much. Just take care of one side of the ball. You ain't gotta worry about everybody else. But yeah, it's gonna be an interesting season. It might be a long season, but it's gonna be interesting.
I think it'll be all right.
Yeah,
I mean, we did all right last year.
It'll probably be like a playoff team, first round. That's it. One of those.
Hey, it's a slow progression, you know. We weren't always Super Bowl champs.
Yeah.
We had to work our way back the mountain, man.
Didn't even get with the times in the NFL and change some stuff, but
Whoa.
that's, yeah. Romeo Crennel retired after 50 years in the NFL. I mean, after 50 years as a coach and 39 in the NFL. You know, he's coached all over the place, but he retired. So
Congrats
to him. All right, and then before we go to Athletes Corner, the Bruins, they fired their coach, Bruce Cassidy. Not sure what was the reason in firing him, because the guy has led them to the playoffs in the 6 years that he's been the head coach. You know, there were some picks and some players that they got that ain't paying out, but overall through his time they've been competitive, and you know even got a Stanley Cup appearance.
They lost to the Lightning.
Yeah, and
no, the Blues.
Yeah, when I had to wear that damn shirt.
Yeah.
They got to the Stanley Cup, almost got back to the Stanley Cup. They've been in a couple Eastern Conference finals. And it's like, what are the folks in the suites doing up there? What are they doing?
They expect excellence. Some people are just impatient. They don't want to wait for success to happen, but they don't realize, like, it's a process. Like,
yeah.
I tell people, improving in the weight room is like crawling up a mountain. Legit, like, it's so hard to get strong every week, but it's something you have to be consistent with. Yeah. So winning organization is kind of like doing crab crawls up a hill, or being on all fours, or like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a little faster than crawling, but it's still a long process. Yeah. And these people that sit there with these suits and ties don't understand. They never went through the grind of helping people improve. You know what I mean? They just never went through the grind of some of these things. They don't understand what it takes. So they just like, we just want results. And it's like, we need certain tools in order to get results. But you got a guy who got you to the playoffs every year in the Stanley Cup final. Why wouldn't you keep him?
And it's so hard to win in any professional league. It's hard to win. It's hard to find a head coach that can give you consistency as far as being in the playoffs every time they're there.
Especially in hockey. Especially when the Bruins or the Red Sox are usually the two worst teams in our state in the past 10 years. Like,
yeah, it seems like management's just throwing him under the bus for some of their shortcomings, which makes absolutely no sense. So let's see who they replace him with, because whoever they replace him with, he damn sure better be a good head coach or get them to a Stanley Cup at least.
I don't even know what a good head coach is, because I thought this guy was pretty good. Just because you had one first round exit, like, God forbid, Just wasn't y'all. It might have just been the luck of the draw. You know what I mean? Like,
and they went to a Game 7 this past postseason on the road too, and they almost won it.
Once again, even hockey probably might need to look at these people, their ex-players and people who've had some time on the ice. Because you might need to reevaluate some of your people in the front offices.
Yeah. Well, interesting offseason coming for the Bruins.
Honestly, I feel all sports should need to reevaluate the people in the front offices because we have all these sports been around long enough to have ex-players be more pivotal in the success of the leagues.
Yeah, definitely. All right, let's go to Athletes Corner. We talked to Martin Marange, St. Mary's. Well, he's now a St. Mary's alum since they graduated a couple weeks ago.
That's dope. He's
going Nichols College football and business.
That's dope.
So check this out, and then we're going to come back. All right, and welcome to another edition of Athletes Corner. And today we have Martin here from St. Mary's High. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good.
All right, man, getting ready to graduate this week?
Yeah.
I mean, how's it feel? It's
really exciting. I'm getting to open to a new world and all that, so.
It flew by quick, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, just talk about this, your 4 years there. What are some of the things you've learned in these 4 years at St. Mary's?
My 4 years there, what I've learned is about sports or like academics.
Both.
So I'm gonna start with sports. So sports, I really didn't play sports when I was younger. I started playing football in high school, played a little basketball in like 8th grade, 7th grade. And playing sports in high school just opened a whole new environment on like hard work, all that. Freshman year, when I started playing, I got to see the seniors and how hard they worked and how they went to Gillette. And that just like pushed me to motivate me to play harder every day. So next year I earned my spot sophomore year to play varsity football, and then continue on junior year, senior year, play varsity.
Yeah, what was that run like your freshman year, seeing that the team get so close to bringing the state title, getting all the way to the state title game, just that entire season and that experience of playing in Gillette Stadium, but a lot of people want to play it, with hopes of being pro. That's a place they want to play, but for you as an experience watching those guys play in that stadium that year.
It was just something else. It was something that I always remember for the rest of my life. Not a lot of people get to even touch Gillette, see Gillette, so it was amazing to at least like touch the field, get to experience what they experienced, so I really liked it.
What was some of the, in the process of you, from not being on the field that much your freshman year to, that leap to your sophomore year to getting more time on the field, what were the things that went into you that offseason? What did you do to make sure that you were able to get on the field that
So
year?
I started working out in the summer more and more, 3 times a day. Started working on what I needed to work on, like my body physically wise, losing weight, getting faster, doing all these little things so I could progress for the next year.
Yeah, and then you just said something interesting. You really didn't play sports at all growing up, but I mean, the impact that you had on football, was that did you just naturally catch on to it?
Yeah, it was just something like I just fell in love with my freshman year, and it was just something that I just wanted to get better at and catch up with other people because I was so behind in football. So I just knew how to work harder and harder every single day. So while they're ready, like they're up to date, I'm not, so I have to catch up with them. So I have to work harder than them.
Yeah. Did you feel like those guys, some of your teammates that had that experience, helped you in that path of you getting to the place that you wanted to be?
Oh, absolutely. So most of my friends, they work hard. All of them, Ali Berry, David Brown, all of them. They all work hard, so they showed me what hard work really meant. Just being around them, seeing how hard they work, that just kind of brushed off to me. So I just worked as hard as them.
Yeah, and in your years there, you guys got a lot of wins. You guys put together a lot of wins, put some good teams out there. This past season, you had a great team out there. And what was that camaraderie like with those guys your last few years, especially this past season? What was those like for you guys? Getting all those wins, playing in big games, and all that.
So we had a really great season for football. So made it all the way to semifinals, lost, but what I took from that, it was as long as you work hard, you get to see the final. Semifinals was something that most high schoolers don't get to make and get the chance to play in. But I learned that nothing's granted. You're not always gonna win. You're gonna lose some games. So after losing that game, it was just I need to go on to the next. I need to work harder for the next game. Like, I need to get prepared for college, football, all that. It just opened my eyes. So now I'm just preparing for college, all that. That's really what I'm focused on.
Yeah, and also your team this past season, you guys were so unique. It was the thing I took away from you guys was the line play. You guys had one of the most dominant lines, offensive lines, defensive lines in around the area because you guys, sometimes any of the running backs, they barely get touched with before they get to the second level. What worked so well with you guys on that line?
It was just dedication, to be honest with you, because we had a small line, small kids, undersized kids. Like, I was on the line. I'm like 187. I played tackle. You don't hear a lot of that for tackles for high school football. And the other tackle, he's 187. So a bunch of small linemen just working hard, just doing as much as they could, and that's all. It was just dedication at that point.
Yeah, definitely. What was your biggest takeaway from that season you guys had? What was your biggest takeaway, and what's one thing you're gonna miss most about playing with some of those guys?
I'm just gonna miss the chemistry on the team because, like I said, I started my sophomore year and I wasn't the only one starting. A bunch of freshmen were starting. We had a really young team that year, so that was when we started growing. And then senior year, you saw the young team progress, and that's how like the chemistry just helped us win games. So we knew how we played. We could play easy.
Yeah. Did you guys also feel like a sense of accomplishment that you guys were able to block for the MVP of the conference? Helping David get the records that he had and set the records that he had, helping Derek get all those yards he had. Those guys, you guys did you guys have some satisfaction that you guys were able to, help those guys get all the accolades that they got from that season?
Absolutely. We got to help our friends like achieve more, so it was just great. That's what I love to see.
And for you made that decision. As I said, you're graduating this week, but by the time this interview comes out, it'll be already over. You're going to Nichols College. What was your decision into choosing Nichols College, and how many schools were looking at you, to come join their program?
Out about like 4 D3 schools, nothing D2, D1, anything like that. But I had my first college was Curry College, and then the Nichols coach hit me up, and I looked at Curry College. I was like, I don't know. And then I looked at Nichols, and they were all business school, and I wanted to major in business and minor in marketing. And I was like, this is perfect. And the Nichols coach was hitting me up, so I was like, why not pick this school and play football there? And then I did an overnight stay, talked to the football players, and then I just loved it from there. They were talking to me. I made new friends already in just one day, so I just loved it.
Yeah, how was that whole campus experience? How did you like just that campus in general?
Wonderful. I loved the campus, everything about it, the dorms, the rooms, everything.
Yeah, and also, there's some former Spartans that are currently there right now. Am I correct? Is that'd be a little more easier for you to know how to adjust to the college life, knowing that some of your old teammates are over there?
Absolutely. It's just someone I could always like lean towards if like I need to ever talk to them over there. So yeah.
What's something that you're most looking forward to on your new path when heading into college? What's one of your takeaways?
Seeing this journey that I've started my freshman year with sports, I just want to see how far I can take it and how hard I can work, how much harder I can work as a person.
Mm-hmm. Does it also makes when you see other guys that are also going around made their college decisions that plan on playing sports in college? Does it kind of give you a fulfillment that you see guys that you're graduating with, from not only from St. Mary's, from other schools, that they're also going to go on that journey of college, getting their academics and also playing college sports?
Like I enjoy like watching people commit to other colleges because like not a lot of people play college after high school. They usually quit, and like it's just something like I'm just like happy for them, and it's just like we're on the same path. So.
Yeah, man. And talk about you're gonna major in business. Seems like you already have your future in place. Or know what you want for your future. Lastly, what's one thing you hope people take away from not only your time at playing for St. Mary's, but also your time as a student at St. Mary's?
Just to work hard and just never give up on your dreams.
Yes, sir. Definitely, man. All right, before we get out of here, please plug in your social medias for those that want to follow you.
On Instagram, Martin.Marange, Marange, Marange.
That's all?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, that's all. Hey, it's Martin. He's going Nichols College. congratulations on everything, man. Good luck, and I hope you enjoy that journey, man. It's going to be fun. You guys been watching Athletes Corner. We are out of here. All right, and we are back. Okay, it's time for our weekly Red Sox update. And if you all have been watching the show, you all know the first thing we always say when we bring up the Red Sox, first thing we say is just look out the weather. And it's nice outside. And the Red Sox have won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a row.
I told you they jumped back. I told you, man. That's some faith.
Which brings their record to 29 and 27.
See, that's some faith. I told you. They creeping. They creeping, man. They creeping.
I don't know, man. These dudes, they be winning 6 in a row, then they lose 12 in a row. That's kind of MO. But in this 6-game winning streak, they've had a game where they've had 2 games where they have allowed 1 run. They had a complete game the other day. Who was in a 1-0 victory over the Angels. Let me get who the pitcher was for that game. Waka.
Out there looking like Wild Thing from Major League.
He threw 3 hit shout out of the Angels, and then last night they beat the Angels again. So they have the series finale is tonight at the series is in LA. It's at 9:38. But yeah, man, they went out there in LA, swept the A's, and they have a chance to sweep the Angels, getting themselves back in play and postseason position. Even though postseason is far away, but you never want to fall too far behind back at all. Because the Yankees are 40 and 15 right now.
I'm gonna tell Red Sox sweep all that ass.
Oh man! All right. All right, high school sports. All right, got a few high school sports update for y'all. All right, St. Mary's girls softball team, they won a thriller last night, 6-5. I forgot who they were playing, but they were down. I think it was like 8-5 or something like that. They were down. They won. They were down going into the last inning, and they had like 2 outs, and they scored. They just went on a crazy run.
I seen the picture for that actually, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, so they'll be playing Friday in Breed. At Breed over there. So it's another tournament game. They'll be playing Friday. So, they're trying to get that chip. For the boys, for the St. Mary's boys, it came to an end the other day. They fell. A couple careers ended for some of the guys. Their pitcher as well, Avon Cabral, he had like 13 strikeouts, so his time at St. Mary's is officially over. But he'll be heading to Northeastern for baseball. That's dope. So good for him. And hey, they got 2 chips. They could have won another. They could have had 3 in that span had it not been for COVID. But they got 2. So congrats to all those players.
Definitely congrats.
All right. We got some highlights. I was out at the Quincy YMCA Saturday. They had the BABC Boston Shootout AAU tournament. Pretty entertaining tournament. I went the last day because I just wasn't gonna go all 3 days. We got some highlights. First up is from this team from Albany. I don't even know who they were playing, but they were beating the brakes off of them. They were beating the brakes off of them. It was bad. So check these highlights from that one. We will come back. All right, and we are back. Okay, next up, it was the BABC boys, 15U team. They played against Team New England. This was actually a very competitive game. Both teams play hard, but BABC 15U team came out with the victory. So check these highlights out. Right, and we are back. Okay, next up, it is BABC 16U highlights. This 16U team, the BABC 16U team, now that team, woo, they beat the brakes off this team. And then I was talking to somebody, one of the guys that runs the program. He was telling me that their 7-footer wasn't even there because he got hurt.
Yeah, that's the funny thing about BABC. Like, they be having so many reinforcements, so they might show up to the game with 6-7 players, but they got 4 or 5 that just home chilling.
Yeah.
Or just got something else going on.
And you know what was crazy? Like, the team they put out there, I think nobody was shorter than 6'4". Everybody, the shortest person might have been 6'4". Everybody was like 6'5".
Their point guard?
Yeah. Yeah. But everybody else.
That's how it goes, though.
Yeah,
I mean, BABC usually gets the best, the top echelon players in the state or the region, because some come from Connecticut, some New Hampshire, some the whole area.
Yeah.
So, it's just, this is what it goes. But my thing is, when you play against teams like that, you still compete.
Yeah.
You still compete.
Still
compete. They beat you by 50. You better go out there and try to drop 30, 25, 30. Get your buckets.
Yeah, for real. But there was but some of those kids, they were legit. They were legit. Check these highlights out. He talked a lot, but check the highlights out.
Yeah, man, Leo Capel, he ain't no joke, man.
All right, and we are back. Okay, before we go to NBA Top 10, actually, let's go to NBA Top 10 and we'll talk boxing right after that. NBA Top 10, and then we go talk some boxing. right, and we are back. Okay. Oh, Devin Haney, undisputed champion. He got himself a dub over there in Australia.
That's what his soul said when he got hit like that.
You can see the solar system coming out of him right there, man. That's one thing about these photos, man. When somebody gets drilled like that, oh man. But to no surprise of many, not a lot of people were surprised at Haney coming out with this victory. Well, lopsided victory as well. If you can look at the scorecard too, it was flew all the way to Australia just to get a dub and beat the man on his home turf.
I don't know what y'all expect me to say. You already knew what I was expecting to happen, and it happened. Devin Haney, one of the fastest young boxers out there.
Yeah.
Like, he's one of them, like, I don't call too many people fast.
Yeah.
When you swing at him, when you're pulling your hands back, he already punches you in the face.
Yeah.
I see it in slow motion. The man fast. Like, he fast. Like, he good. Like, and
Yeah.
I'm glad he's finally getting his just due because there's so many other middleweights that were kind of like the middleweight, right?
Yeah.
So many younger middleweights, or they're all lightweight that are all in the same realm,
Yeah.
but are getting more shine than him. And I'm like, yo, watch out for Haney, bro.
Yeah, I mean-
and I like the press conference. Homeboy's trying to tell everything he went through and the struggles. I ain't trying to hear that, bro. I ain't trying to hear that.
Not for real. Come on, man.
Like, this is fight.
Yeah, this is fight.
But
So,
what round did he lose in, or was it knockout?
Pedro's.
Unanimous
It
decision.
was a
See,
unanimous.
I ain't mad at that. It's better than what Homeboy, what Squidward was talking about. So.
And he made the fight look, really easy.
Yeah, of course. I told you he was fast,
First
man.
jab,
Man, I told you.
It was a clinic. It was pretty much a clinic out there. He
But-
was putting on a boxing clinic.
But at least those people got their money's worth.
Yeah.
You get knocked out in the 6th round, you owe me some money.
Yeah. The Charlo brother, the other Charlo brother, he got an injury, so his fight got postponed. I don't know when they'll fight. They're gonna reschedule it, but yeah, he.
Just let that homeboy know. Just stay ready for that whooping when it's coming. 'Cause it's coming.
And Crawford and Spence are in talks of fighting this year. It says likely to happen in October. We're going to put the air quotes on it because with boxing, you never know. One moment they said it's going to happen, the next thing you know, it's not going to happen. But they're in talks. So let's see how this whole thing unfolds.
When I see it.
I was going to say, I don't care about
Yeah.
conversation. I need an agreement.
Yeah.
All that talking no help till you guys agree.
Yeah.
So, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, so they're telling the people it's scheduled. They want to do it in October. So by like July or August, we better hear like the contracts are signed and everything and stuff
Question.
like that.
I don't know if I should be asking you this because I'm like the boxing person, but like there is like an overall lightweight belt, like the champ of the whole lightweight division, or is it not?
No, the
See, that's trash.
135, which is the lightweight, David Haney is actually the undisputed champ of the world.
All right, but remember we was talking about last week about like how all these guys pick and choose who to fight, and I felt like all these little belts should have asterisks on it unless you fight everybody, and then you're the king of the mountain. Last time I checked, you don't help anybody get to the mountain. You're the king of the mountain in boxing. It's an individual sport.
They need to do a Royal Rumble or something.
Yeah, something like a tournament or something. Because think about it, you got all these guys at a 30-something and 29-1 from all these countries, and they come to America and get mollywopped. Or Americans go over there and kick the out of them. You know what I mean? I want to hear that. Like, because it's like, who are you fighting?
Remember, that's what we like.
Yeah, but my thing is,
It's a business.
yeah, but I get all that. But you can't see you #1 boxing. You ain't boxing everybody in your division. Everybody in the league fight. Everybody in the league play each other in all sports.
Yeah.
But in boxing, you pick and choose who you fight, and you might not even fight the guy who's the guy, and you might be the guy.
Yeah.
So it's like, how are you the guy?
And when you do fight him, it's long over. It's long when people aren't even interested in it.
So it's
anymore.
like they need to do something with that to make it interesting.
Yeah, like the heavyweight division when it was just like.
You knew who the #1 was in the heavyweight division.
Yeah.
You knew that. Like,
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear all that.
Get it together, boxing. All right, damn.
Real quick, Mukala,
Yes, sir.
Fight this weekend. Edgar Berlanga from Brooklyn There's Monstro. He's Puerto Rican. He fights at, I believe, 160 pounds.
No. Well, there you have it, audience. You heard from the man himself, Pedro, about the fight this weekend.
The man in the sky.
The voice in the sky. Man, we come to the end of the show. We got some birthday shout-outs to go around.
Oh, yeah. For my family, you know, it's going to be a couple every week.
Let's see.
My Uncle Ren's birthday was yesterday. You know, smooth 56, Red 65. But my Aunt Dean is tomorrow. That's his sister, actually. That's on my mother's real father's side in Virginia. And then my cousin Jimmy is this Monday coming up.
Oh, Jimmy?
You don't know this Jimmy. This Jimmy's like he's a big fella.
Oh.
Yeah.
My happy birthday, my cousin O, his birthday is Friday. We had him on the program once. Yeah, his birthday's Friday. The homie Tanisha, her birthday's next week on Tuesday.
Oh,
so the day before the show. And then that's all y'all gonna get. Happy belated to my boy Isaac out there in Ohio. You know, he's somewhere in the world right now, so you know, yeah.
Greg's the 14th as well.
Yeah.
Greg's the 14th, so.
Yeah. All these Geminis.
I know some other birthdays, but
all these Geminis.
We ain't talking yet, so I forgot them.
Shoot, yeah, we've come to an end. Follow us. We'll see y'all. We're out of here.